So back here again. I'm going to show you how I got to so far. So I've got the car sat. It's on its new wheel. Well, one of the new wheels, which hopefully you would have seen by now. I will check on the back one so you can see. This is a spare wing that I bought. Now I'll show you a before picture of how it sits, and you can probably guess how it sits with where the bumper is. You can see there's a lot of tire that sticks out, especially down here. So these wings I've actually been working on a bit. I haven't really done metal work and stuff like this before. I folded all the inner lip out and started shaping it. This is what they look like normally. So you can see that there's a flat lip. So that flat lip is my pen mark, which you can see the pen dots. That's there. So that lip is gone. You can see a slight ridge from it still. And this line right there, that you can see all the paint is cracked on. This line here where all the paint is cracked, that line was actually this bottom edge here. This bottom edge. So that bottom edge is out, which gives me extra, which of course gives me an extra like 10 mil. And then this inner edge here with the tabs I folded out, which is this bit here, which looks a bit rougher. That's that bit I folded out, and that is actually covering the tyre. So the plan is to try run something like this. Bishop's of Bath, he's awesome with body work. He builds loads of escorts and stuff. I might even be able to show you. He's also got a YouTube channel, so I'll put his YouTube channel below, and we might go see him in a bit. He said that I can have, well, he'll show me and I can have a go on his. He's got an English wheel. Right, so this is what I've got up to so far. I've been faffing about with the wing. It's better shape than it was. I don't know if we're gonna have enough to pull it. It looks enough here. I've got to figure out at what point I want it to blend back into normal arch. I think I might need to fold it out a little bit more, get a bit more and tape it in real slow. I think I need to pull it out a little bit more before I taper it. I've got the feed. This is off the radiator. Then I've got my feed that comes off, which is AN4, which just fitted on by warming the rubber up in a cup of boiling water to soften it up. Comes down, comes round, feeds in at 45 AN4 into the wastegate, comes out the wastegate AN4 90. Yeah. Taped it, I've got my line, cut where the tape is. If you don't tape it, they can fray. And we're literally just gonna cut through like that. You can see I've still got a little bit of tape. Ideally I would have taped it more. See, it stops it from fraying like mad. Otherwise, if you cut this, it would fray like mad otherwise. I'm just gonna clean this up quickly. Right, so I cleaned this end up. Now normally I do this at my own garage, and I've actually got AN jaws. Now as you can see, these are shaped and dusty. Wind it in. That's better. Now we've got to pull the tape off and slide this ender over and screw her on.
This end goes on here. This is the most difficult bit. I find pushing and twisting the best. I'm going to push all the way to it. You can see it's touching up inside. It's touching the inside. So what I'm going to do is put a tiny bit of lube or grease or something. I've used 2-stroke in the past. I'll probably just use a tiny bit of silicone, or I don't know, something that I can find. We're just going to put it in here and thread it down. I'm going to clamp this end in the vise. I'm going to put some tape around this to not damage this. Taped it up. You can see here it's all taped up now. So this, find the flat. Just nip it up, it hasn't got to be crazy tight. You need to hold it with this hand. We're pushing up slightly, because as this gets tighter, it's going to want to twist this. This is a lot easier because it's a very small fitting. I also don't have my AN spanner with me, so once it gets tight enough, we will right. So now it's getting tight. I'm going to wrap a little bit of tape around this, and we're just going to use a normal adjustable. Not everyone has AN spanners like I've got. Well, I've got one that's AN adjustable, so it doesn't mark it, but you can use normal spanners. We use the adjustable, and then we'll just tape it up. There we go, as easy as that. Tape it up, little adjustable. Remember what I said, hold on to this and push up. Just going to wind it in. Keep tension on it, keep pushing up. There you go, and that should do us. If for some reason it does, I'll whip it off and I'll give it another turn or two. As you can see, there's some sticky left on it, but it's as easy as that. We've now got AN line on this. You just do the exact same to the other end, and then we will have a coolant feed to the external wastegate. Now if I bring you over here, this is my AN line, just like that AN line, but the only difference is the size. So that's a -6, this is a -4, and that is a PTFE line, and this is a normal rubber hose line. And this one is going to live there you go. And then this line is going to feed here. This comes off the radiator into the head. This line come off of here. It'll feed right into the external wastegate. Out the external wastegate will be this. This one I'm attaching to the other feed, and it's going to come up and it's going to run along and come around the other side. I could do that fitting in a moment just to show you again how to do it, but I'll probably tie that to that one.
in at 45 AN4 into the wastegate, comes out the wastegate, AN4 90, round nicely up with a 10mm P-clip, and then it runs all the way along. Back here I need to fix it in place with those two, and then it's going to join up somewhere down here. Obviously I've got to have a return. That is actually originally the return, is this line here, so I may well return this line on here, something like that. Do the same what I did with this end, try warm it up in some boiling water and slide it over, and it'll have a little clip or Jubilee clip on it like that one did. Because of heating it up, warming it up to get it over, it isn't really going to ever come off. Hopefully I'll never have to take that off, because I'm not sure it ever will come off. So yeah, I can either carry it on down here, wire it in down here. I've got the turbo water drain, which I haven't done yet. I don't know whether I'll go up and whether I'll come up off of it and run along, or whether I'll go to the right and try do a similar nice curve over here and follow this pipe along, and then whether it wires in and comes into here, wires in down here, wires in up there. Not really too sure yet until I get my other line. I need to get some of the other coolant pipes in. I've got the radiator currently out, so I need to put that back in so I can plumb in the other bits of pipe. And it's got an external water pump for when you switch the engine off. It runs some coolant through the car for, I can't remember, a lot amount of time, I can't remember how long the time is, to help circulate the coolant around so you don't get any hot spots when it cools down, which obviously the wastegate and the turbo will appreciate a lot, especially the turbo. I want it to cool down nice and slowly, not have, especially the turbo, I want it to keep that coolant running through it so it can cool it down instead of getting hot spots in the head or in the turbo, because obviously that turbo's going to be pretty hot. Same with the wastegate, it'd be nice to keep the coolant flowing through all of it for a little bit. So it's all going to be tied in. Even if I did this to the drain, it's all tied in because it pulls water through the radiator and pumps it round. So even if I do the return into here, it'll still get a feed. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do with this one, and then the turbo can actually feed directly into it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a bit of a all over the episode. I'm just trying to get some stuff done. Everything's taking so much longer. I'm getting close to my time frame that I wanted this done. So these wings are probably going to end up coming back off. The black ones go on my other set of wheels, which are the OZs, which some of you will know about. The OZs, which aren't here, they're at home tucked up, probably go back on for the meantime until these wings are sorted. Yeah, tell me what you think. What should I do, and how am I going to get it to look good? Basically, I could run the Super Cobra kit, but they're so, I've got some measurements which I'm going to measure shortly, but they're so wide. Super Cobra kit will stick out to like out here somewhere, which is way too much. I will measure it. I'll measure it properly and let you guys know. But this is what I've got to so far. Yeah, slow progress. And if you've done any projects like this or big builds with lots of custom things, you'll know it just takes a lot of time. And the car's not at my house anymore, so I've got to drive out here to do it. I work shift patterns as well, so it can be quite difficult to find time around life and work to come here and do stuff, especially when it's custom stuff like this. Sometimes you end up ordering stuff and you end up with extras that you don't use because it turns out that you didn't need this, you needed another 45 degree or whatever. So if you're going to do a project like this, no, it's going to take a long time. Ideally you've got a date where you reckon you can do it, add way more time, and add some extra money. Really, it's going to take that time to get it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.